Right then, so now I'm at York Railway Station and I'm incredibly excited to be at this one. I haven't been here since I was 8 years old when I was here with my dad, so it hasn't changed much. But on the approach here, I saw a glimpse of a Class 88 and a Class 37 paired together, so I'm going to go and have a look at that as well. So an added bonus as well, nonetheless. But let's enjoy this and welcome once again to Down the Line. So, York Railway Station was built in 1877 and has 11 platforms. It is also managed by LNER, and service-wise, of course, LNER, Grand Central, Transpennine, Cross Country and Northern. Destination-wise, I'll throw a few different ones out to what you've already heard in the previous episodes because they're kind of the same, but you've got Bradford Interchange, you've got Hull, you've got Scarborough, Newcastle, even up to Edinburgh. So again, when you're at the three stations that I already have been at, the destination variety here is quite mad, to be honest, compared to, like, obviously with me being at Bletchley, you've got obviously the West Coast Main Line straight up to Birmingham, up to Liverpool, London, which obviously I think it's because I'm there, it's fairly standard, so it makes a difference. But here, and like the other two, the variety is so much more, and you can get from one side of the country to the other. I think it's a lot better up here, personally, and I do prefer the northern side of the railways.
And to prove my point, when you visit a station like York, you just have to stop and stare at its architectural brilliance. And on my way to see the 37 and 68, well, that part didn't go to plan as I had hoped.
Well, that was just my luck there, wasn't it? I also was corrected, it wasn't an 88, it was a 68, but as I got here, it drove off. I luckily just managed to catch it, as you saw, but nonetheless, we can take comfort in the fact that we can see the 37 on its own and get a better view of it, I guess, without being blocked. So it's a slight win, I suppose. But nonetheless, this station is grade 2 star listed, and that was designated in 1968. Now, when this station was built many years ago, and in the year that I disclosed at the start, this was the largest railway station in the world. So it just goes to show the grandeur of this station and the purposes that it was built for. And just looking at it, the roofs are fantastic. You know, I like a station with a nice roof. You've probably guessed that when I was at Huddersfield, or even when I was in Amsterdam, for example. The roof there was spectacular as well. So, gotta love a good roof. If it brings enough light in my eyes, it works. It doesn't cover it in darkness, but it's all down to the architecture, I suppose. So the designers of this and the builders of this, top job.
This was definitely an unexpected surprise, but it gave me time to have a little look at the 37.
So I've just gone to walk off to go to a different part to carry on my filming, and I heard a rumble that you would associate with a 68, and it's coming back. So I don't know what they're playing at. It's DRS. What are they playing at? I don't know. In, out, shake it all about, I guess. But no, for the number wise, for you who like your numbers, it was 68001 Evolution. I managed to catch that bit, so don't you worry. But it's arriving back. Very interesting. But when it parks up and stops at the buffers, I'll get a nice shot of them both together. So I'm back to where I started when I first made the comment.
It certainly made for a great surprise to see the 37 and 68 both together, and made for a great shot. But now it was time to head back into the main station, and this station was designed by the North Eastern Railway architects Thomas Prosser and William Peachey. And when it was built, this station was described as the biggest railway station in the world. And when you look at it today, you can easily see why, and it has a lot to look at for the modern day passenger.
Now then, for those of you who know your knowledge on York, it isn't just the station that is railway orientated here. The building behind me, of course, is the National Railway Museum, and that was established in 1975 and features a wide range of locomotives. It even features Mallard, which broke the record for the top speed. It's even got a Japanese bullet train in there amongst all sorts. So I believe it is free entry. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time, unfortunately, to go pop over there because my next service is in, I think, about 50 minutes. So I'd love to chance it, but kind of a bit fine. But nonetheless, if you're gonna come to York, you have to go and visit there. Luckily, I've been there once already, so gives me a reason to come back again, I guess.
After another quick gaze across the footbridge, I have to say the temptation was just too great to miss.
So I said I wasn't going to make it, but the temptation was too great, so I ran over here and I'm next to the record breaker, Mallard. Wow. So, quick 5-10 minutes, then a run back. I think that's all we're going to see. I may get some clips on the way out, but Mallard, what a steam engine that is.
Even though this was a quick visit, there is plenty to see here with plenty of exhibitions on show. And not only that, there is a miniature railway and a gift shop.
So like I said, extremely quick visit, and I'm not going to push my luck any further. But I told you there's a bullet train, didn't I? But like again, there's some GWR, there's Evening Star here, Diesel. Just come here if you haven't come here. It's fantastic, you'll love it.
Luckily, the museum is only a few minutes walk away from the station itself, and it gave me around 10 minutes to have a last look at the station before I headed on my next service back to Doncaster.
Now, that was cutting it a little fine for my liking, but I've got 10 minutes to spare. But that was bloody brilliant, so quick visit all the same, but very, very worth it, as you saw as well. But I can settle down now. Luckily, my service back to Doncaster is on an LNER Azuma, which will be my first ever time on one of them, so I'm very looking forward to that as well. Today's been brilliant, it really, really has. So, after that, I'm going to change at Doncaster and head on to Rotherham before I make my way back to the car and then head home and end the day from there. But it's been brilliant at York, as you would expect it to be, and I'm glad you enjoyed that as well. Had a couple of laughs as well with a little bit of stress, but I caused it, so it was all worth it. But nonetheless, thank you very much, and I will see you next time down the line.